to my first ever narration of a video game. Sorry if you can't hear me very good. My microphone is missing, so I'm having to use the laptop mic, which is not very good for commentary. However, I'm doing this video at the request of Kagermeister, Kager Samurai. I can't pronounce it, but it's something like that. And on YouTube, it's Kokoro Master. But he's part of the Ninja Gaiden 3 vets. Most of y'all know him. Anyway, as you can see, this is more than just the spider boss fight. It's actually from the first checkpoint in day 1 all the way to the save right prior to region of the mask. It's titled Day 1 Spider Boss because it's day 1 and the spider boss is included. So, first, you notice the camera is really shaky. I apologize for that, but my son decided he was going to try to climb on the entertainment center, so I was doing my best to keep him down while recording. So if you see the camera zoom in real fast and pan back out, it's because I'm getting him down. So please bear with me on that. I hope to be getting a capture card and I won't have to deal with that no more. So moving on. First I want to say I hate the lag and input in this game. You'll see a lot of times where I'll just have Ryu do a square sword strike. That's not me, it's the game not reading my inputs, trying to do the wind path, which is X and square combined. It doesn't want to read it right sometimes like that, so it just does a square attack. You want to finish all your opponents with the obliteration technique because it builds your Nimpo super quick. You saw me just use the Nimpo. You want to use that before your ultimate technique, simply because your ultimate technique also builds your Nimpo quickly. So don't use it until you absolutely need your ultimate technique. I personally think the ultimate technique is better than the Nimpo because it kills anything. Where I've used Nimpo before and it didn't kill certain people. I don't know if it's just a game or my luck, but I digress. You see me using the wind path to flying swallow a lot. It's really safe way to deal with your enemies. You do that should have been one, but it wasn't, thanks to the input misread. But you do your obliteration technique, you throw your ninja star, and then you do your wind path to flying swallow. If the game misreads it, it'll do ninja star to regular square attack, and then you've got to cover quickly enough to go into an Azuna drop before you get attacked. And trust me, if you're standing still, they will grab you, and one grab can mean life or death in this game. So always stay on the move. Do your best to make sure you put commands are input correctly, and you should be fine. But, yeah, so you'll see me doing that a lot. The Azuna drop, the flying swallow. There you go, perfect example. Obliteration technique, and just rinse and repeat. You'll fight the same enemies throughout every day of this game, so you know there's a certain technique for each enemy. For these guys that don't block, it's always easy. Just do flying swallow. It's very easy to just do a Zunu drop, but always follow each kill up with the obliteration technique. Plus it looks bloody cool. It really does. It looks badass. So that's what you see there. I got grabbed out of a jump. I was going to do the wind path, but he grabbed me and I was unable to do it. So there we go. Anyhow, still saving my ultimate technique, because I'm saving it because later on there's going to be shield fags that come out. I call them shield fags because they're really annoying. They block everything. They block your ninja stars. They block your bow shots when you get your bow. They block sword attacks, scythe attacks, claw attacks. So I save my ultimate technique for them. And I don't just use regular ultimate technique. I switch to scythe. And you'll see, I'll show it here in a minute. Here we go. As you see, what I'm doing there is a flying swallow. The reason why you want to do that is to break their shields off. Some might say don't break your shields, do it one-on-one, and that's fine. It's your personal, preference on how you deal with them. I like to get all their shields removed and then use the ultimate technique against all of them at once. It's much easier that way for me, but like I said, it's up to you. You don't have to do it this way. It's your total personal preference. And as you see, I missed one guy there, and I paid for it. But yeah, you'll see me right here doing a lot of wind path flying swallow. Even though it's unsuccessful, I use it, one, to break his shield off, and two, each time I hit one, even though they're blocking, if you see, it builds my ninpo up. And if I can get at least one, maybe two at the most, in the flying swallow and kill them, my ninpo will be completely filled. Normally it takes just one after I've been doing it like this. And then obliteration technique, as you see, ninpo's full. So I can use it now. And that takes care of that. I had actually thought that there was more enemies coming, so that's why I kind of stand there. I was surprised that the fight ended so quickly. I remember my last playthrough, it seemed like this fight took forever to get me through. So when it ended this quickly, I was very surprised. Go the back way right there on that alley, because if you go straight up the middle, you're bound to get hit by a rocket or two, and you need all the life you can get for the spider boss coming up. You want to go in there, with half your life, because half your life could mean the end of your life. You don't have to do that fight. As you've seen, I skipped it. Some would say you need to do the fight. I don't care. If you can skip a fight, skip it. There ain't no sense in torturing yourself more than you have to. But there's not much to say about this section. Walk around real slow. Hit R3 to find the proper air path. Stab them in the gut. In multiplayer it's called ghost kill. But whatever. Yeah. So sorry, I don't know what to say about this part. All I do know, and I've done it, you don't want to run in this part. I've actually ran by accident and they almost killed me. It's crazy how many missiles come out. They get serious if you run. And here's the spider boss. What you should do is switch to the scythe like I do. But what you don't want to do, as you see me do, is stay in one spot for too long. That's very dangerous to do that. As you see, I took a bullet to the mouth. I mean, a rocket to the face. Sorry. Don't break off a leg. Go around to all four legs, breaking off the outer covering of the legs, but leave them all intact. Because if you break one of them off, he starts doing that damn electrical pulse pounding thing, and it's very, very annoying to deal with that along with the rockets and the machine gun. It's just better to not. So yeah, that's the best attack, is the dashing triangle attack. It does really good damage if you can land it. It's just with this boss, he spins so much, it's hard to land every attack. So just be careful, keep on the move, and keep attacking. Try not to attack his body because it'll knock you backwards from the solid steel. And of course, with the scythe being so big, you're going to keep catching the leg by accident, especially with the way he moves. That was not fun. That almost killed me. But I digress on that. Keep going around, keep going around. You can break them off in any order. I always do one side first and then the other side, so I can just go around as you see. You know, it's not always left to right, but it's always break off one side first and the other side and go around. And when it explodes, you want to stay away from it, because I have actually been to this point. The last leg blew up and killed me. So it can still kill you at this point. It still does electrical pulses and everything else. So just be careful and be on your guard. But it shouldn't give you too much trouble. As you see there, even though I did lose a lot of life, still not a really hard boss. It's just a bad design of a boss. You know, you get used to it, you'll deal with it. Hopefully you won't make the mistakes I did and you'll wind up with more life. Alright, this fight right here, really, it's such a small space to fight, and there's so many of the dagger fags that you gotta be careful, because they'll grab you. That's what you want to go for. Start with the steel and bone attack from the regular gun terrorist, and just keep it going. Chain them together. Chain them together. If you do it right, which I messed up there, but if you're able to do it 100% correctly, you can clear out that entire ambush with one steel and bone technique. Just keep chaining them together, back over and over and over and over. Which, with the scythe, I do that a lot. It's just a matter of starting the steel and bone, because sometimes it's hard to start it, but once you do, just keep it going, keep it going. And once you got them all cleared out, there's not a whole lot to worry about, you know. Nimpo, when your life gets low, use Nimpo if you have it. It's very, very smart to do that, because you get full life. If you save your Nimpo and then the fight ends, you only get so much life back. And ultimate technique wipes them all out. Great move. But as I was saying, use your Nimpo whenever you can, because it gives you full life. And in this game, you need all the life you can get. You see here, I make a few mistakes, almost get grabbed. You want to stay on the move. Keep sliding, keep attacking, and try to get your steel on bone attacks. Because that's the easiest way, aside from ultimate technique and Nimpo, of course. Your steel and bone is the best way to deal with any room full of enemies. Because your steel and bone attack can kill any enemy. Not just lower level enemies, but it can kill the Reapers, it can kill the mutants, claw fiends, the bow ninjas, just everything. Yeah, I could have used my ultimate technique here, but I thought there was going to be more enemies coming around the corner after this fight, so that's why I was saving it. And of course, finish the fight, takes my ultimate technique away. As soon as you land on the wall, throw your dagger. Don't give him time to shoot, because I've been there, jumped up on the wall, and he shot me and killed me. Had to start that entire fight all over again, and that's very aggravating to experience that. Switch back to your sword. I'm not sure why, because the game makes you do it anyway, but of course I start shaking my joystick and hitting square before I go through the door. As you see, it instantly breaks it off, so I lose no health. That's advised for any situation that you're going into where they're going to grab you. Before you walk through that area, shake your joystick and start mashing square. Excuse me. Oh no, there's blood on the wall. Yeah. Alright, so just go through here, not a lot to say about it. Just a lot of empty rooms. Start shaking your joystick and hitting square so it immediately kill him. Switch to your scythe because you got a lot of the dagger fags coming out right here. And you want to deal with them the best way of like what I do here. You'll see here in a second. You get them all down onto the main field. Avoid the grenades. Try to break the shields off. Then get them all grouped up and just start going crazy with the scythe. Yeah, most people say you shouldn't be in a group of them like that, but I actually find being surrounded by them using the scythe is a lot easier because you're bound to connect with 2 or 3 of them, which makes your steel and bone quick to activate. As you see, this guy glitched and I couldn't attack him right there, which is really annoying. You probably hear my son in the background. He's yelling at me. Sorry. And there's my save point. Hope you enjoyed.